Be More Playful, Mindful Cuddles, Session 16. My name is Laura McGregor, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist at Nourish Victory. In a moment, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about playfulness. And as I do that, I'd like you to just close down your eyes and focus on your breath. Take in nice, deep, nourishing breaths in. And with an O-shaped mouth, exhaling away any stress or tension that's in your body. It's a truly beautiful thing when we can connect with ourselves in this way. And I invite you to really take this time for you. And as I talk, just open yourself up to the possibility of tonight's message. So, what do we mean by playfulness? Playfulness is spontaneous activity or speech which you engage in without being constrained by self-consciousness or rigid adherence to rules. It's done for its own sake rather than to achieve a particular end. For example, to be genuinely creative, I don't think, right, okay, I'm going to be creative. So, let me focus on my spontaneity. Instead, playfulness happens for its own sake. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have positive ripple effects. Being playful means thinking differently outside of that box we keep hearing about. It means opening your mind to new possibilities and exploring the boundaries and pushing them, wondering, what will you discover? When I was a kid, my father gifted me with a sense of adventure, and he would take us places and not tell us where we were going or what we were going to do. And in those moments, even as a child, even though playfulness was the most natural thing for me, I didn't like not knowing. And I rediscovered playfulness as an adult. I discovered that it can be really fun to be playful. Discovering or rediscovering playfulness within you means becoming more inventive and also enjoying yourself more. And did you know that the average child under the age of 8 laughs 400 times a day? And that the average adult laughs less than 12 times a day. If we don't keep some playfulness in adult life, we become bored and boring to ourselves and other people. And naturally playful people, are more charismatic, more exciting, more interested in the world. You have more fun when you're playful, and you have more ideas, as playfulness and creativity just go hand in hand. And all humor is creative and playful, so, as are amusing people. And it's sad that in some ways we've built up taboos against playfulness. We kid ourselves that sometimes something can't be important if it's not serious or ponderous. We tell ourselves that playfulness is just for kids. We tell ourselves to put away childish things, and so on. Yet, here we are, some 90-year-olds can have a wonderful sense of the playful, which means still enjoying life and being open to learning from it. And to be playful is to be open-minded. And some of the most important discoveries in science, medicine, technology, and economics have occurred when people were relaxed and just let their creative, playful minds come to the fore. And we can very quickly deem an idea wrong or inappropriate. Yet how often does a seemingly silly or jokey suggestion turn out to contain the gem of a wonderful solution or way forward. Your mind is already incredibly playful for at least 2 hours out of every 24. Every time you dream, your creative mind effortlessly produces stories and multi-dimensional scenes that you believe and that you can believe these alternate realities. Playfulness is within you and a part of you. Um, Being more playful doesn't mean playing more games or skipping down the street, at least not necessarily. You can be playful with language, with ideas, in business, and even in pleasure. Playfulness is a relaxed, abandoned feeling, the kind of feeling we all once had. And if you think about the most significant innovators, artists, comedians, thinkers, people of action, all of these people have the capacity not to just be severe and linear, but also be playful, creative, and spontaneous. And it's that which sets them apart. So, in the words of Bob Dylan, may you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong, and may you stay forever young. And in order to get the best results, please find a quiet place where you can focus your attention and intention towards the goals of this recording. As this is a self-hypnotic recording, it should never be played whilst driving or at any other time when you need to maintain full awaking consciousness. This recording is intended to be listened to and shared widely with the public, and therefore should be seen as non-clinical, non-therapeutic hypnosis, and is defined as the use of hypnosis to instill positive thinking and the capacity for self-hypnosis. This recording is intended to be educational in nature, providing information, instruction, support, and encouragement. And if you'd like to experience deep trance hypnosis as part of therapeutic sessions, please book time at nourishvictory.com. If your intention is to fall into a deep and sound sleep, please be sure your alarm clock is set. Go ahead and place yourself into a comfortable position. Adjust your body so that you're lying with your legs and your feet uncrossed and slightly apart, hands resting loosely in your lap. And if I have your permission to guide you into a calm and relaxing state, then just begin by taking some deep, comfortable breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And of course, as always, you have the power to accept or reject suggestions as you hear them. You can practice this in everyday life when you hear something on television or during regular everyday conversations. And of course, you have the power to accept or reject suggestions that you hear today. Please use these two powerful gifts as often as possible, doubling down on the things that resonate with your values and integrity by internally thinking, I accept that suggestion, and quickly rejecting things that don't with I reject that suggestion. And as you begin to relax, I'll bring your awareness to any sounds, just everyday sounds around your house, people or animals in the background, perhaps cars passing by in the neighborhood. And these sounds, they do not bother or disturb you. As a matter of fact, they help you relax even more comfortably. And of course, at any time, should you need to awaken, you can do so quickly and effortlessly. And as you continue to breathe very deeply and find that wonderful relaxed state of mind, I mentioned the dreaming part of your mind, the part that is naturally playful in constructing make-believe realities. Whether you're 6 or 60, and when you dream, you are playful. And when you begin to drift into deeply relaxing, you also become more playful. And of course, you're even more consciously aware of your mind drifting playfully as you relax so deeply. Now, if you haven't yet done so, it's a great time to just close down your eyes. That's it. And with them now closed, you could just direct your attention to the muscles around the eyes, those small muscles above the eyes, and to the side of and below those closed eyes. And notice that those muscles really begin to relax and rest. You can just start to breathe with comfort into other parts of your body. Breathing comfort into the hands, into the legs, into the fingers. And it's a curious thing that when you start to just drift, with my words sometimes kind of fading into the background of your consciousness, like the sound of the sea with a warm breeze on the skin. When you're relaxed by the sea and the waves of comfort drift in and out of awareness, and the words floating through your mind, floating through the air around you as you rest more with each breath. And you don't even have to give your full attention to the words, because your conscious mind can just begin to drift off as your unconscious mind will be listening for you. Just as when you are starting to drift off to sleep and distant sounds outside are still heard by your unconscious mind, but your conscious mind just snoozes and drifts off to sleep with comfort and calm. That's it. Perfect. And as you rest there, it's curious to realize sometimes that even as those hands relax so much deeper, they can feel a little bit warmer as they become more restful. And as you focus inwards, noticing how the toes feel when that comfort and rest now begins to filter down into them. Because a kind of very kind and pure relaxation can circulate from my words into your mind and right around every muscle of your body, now bringing peace and comfort to those arms and the toes and feet, with the larger muscles in the legs just resting there with a sweeping relaxation. And as the skin on your forehead above those eyes smooths out and relaxes more completely, you can be aware of how, with complete rest, sometimes comes almost complete and sometimes total stillness of mind. Like the surface of a pond on a wonderfully still, clear day that just comfortably reflects in the stillness and calm of its waters, and the elegant stillness to be seen in nature can also begin to imbue the human mind, bringing such deep levels of rest and calm. And as your mind just drifts off into deepening levels of rest, sounds and realities beyond can begin to fade from awareness. Just as when a cat dozes off, with the sound of raindrops on the window glass on a cozy afternoon, clearly audible, yet as comfort and rest increases, the sounds of water on glass grow more distant, like words coming in and out of awareness, here and there. And as you rest more completely, as seconds drift by, and your unconscious knows how to relax more deeply than your conscious mind knows the kind of super deep rest that you know. The way a pet may curl up and drift off, or how you can just tell when you watch someone beginning to drift into sleep, how very deep that rest is, just by the way they begin to breathe so deeply, calmly, and rest so soundly, like a child sleeping deeper now. And it's curious how the mind makes pictures as you sleep and dream. How you could picture even now, or in a moment or so, in your mind's eye, a flickering candle flame, yellow and red, just flickering there, just moving and rippling atop the candle itself. Seeing for a few moments in your mind the wax of the candle and the blue and yellow and sometimes red flicker of the flame dancing, lighting the darkness around it perhaps. And the mind can approximate sounds when you dream and relax so deeply. And you could briefly imagine the sound of a musical note, maybe on a piano or a guitar or some other instrument as you relax there. And playfulness, like spring water from away down deep inside, begins to bubble up, an irrepressible energy, a joy of life, for life's sake, rising up to the surface just like watching with your far-seeing inner eye. Two kittens playing with a ball of string. The sheer playfulness and energy of being alive. The unself-consciousness, the in-the-momentness. The way these kittens almost seem to be dancing in front of you, almost seem to be laughing. Or very young children, before they'd ever been taught how they were supposed to be in life, how they might look to others, those pure, free giggles of happy abandon and joy at being alive, exploring boundaries and having fun, so thrilling for them, so absorbing for you to observe. Like reminding you of something you'd thought you'd forgotten from way back when you were just loving and playing and having fun in the here and now. No thought of anything else, pure energy running through you, that mind making free associations. Make believe is always the first step to anything new. And there was a time, and still is a time, someplace in your mind, when you were having such fun. This time may be from the past, perhaps when you were very young, forever young, or from your future. And it's strange how your unconscious can begin to drift back or towards being in a time like that. Perhaps with long forgotten people, in long forgotten places, lost in wonder at life, traveling to this time in your mind and having so much fun now. An underground well of bubbling spontaneity and pleasure starting to come to the surface again. And perhaps so long the waters of creative playfulness bringing life into all the parts of you again, as you experience being in this time of fun and play right now. Just playing like a kitten or a puppy, playing for the playing's sake and loving every second of it. Rediscovering this part of yourself so relaxed and expansive and creative and comfortable. Just starting to get snapshots in your mind of how this playful energy is going to begin to suffuse areas of your life, your relationships, your work, bringing new, flourishing, creative energy to your ideas, lighting your life with humor and creativity and energy. Almost like sitting back now, relaxing deeper, and watching mini movies of yourself, bringing a smile to your face, even making you laugh out loud, as this new developing timeless playfulness spreads through your life in upcoming times. And the more you relax deeply to this session, the more you can enjoy renewed playfulness, sometimes even when you weren't expecting it of yourself. And feeling the deep down comfort of profound rest in your body and mind as you understand deeply how you can listen to this session often and return here even deeper each and every time. And these positive feelings will stay with you and grow stronger and stronger as you become more relaxed. In fact, this relaxed response will become a pleasant part of your life. And you know you could find something new that brings you joy each day. You could laugh and feel joyful when your feet touch the floor each morning. You could feel happy and grateful, motivated and even excited and energized to start a new day, leaving behind all those old cares and concerns. And you'll surprise yourself in that you'll find that you're able to let go of things that belong to the past. You'll see them correctly in their true perspective as belonging to the past, old negative memories, old patterns of behavior, and things that raise themselves as barriers against your ability to achieve the things that you wish to achieve in your life are now fading away, and you're seeing them as part of the past. And this is allowing your body to come back into its correct balance. This is allowing your mind to feel settled and calm. This is allowing you to experience a deep sense of inner confidence, contentment, and energy. And if you're listening to this recording at your regular bedtime, then you can ignore the following wake-up suggestions and continue to drift and dream, knowing that you will awaken fully refreshed at your usual wake-up time. However, if you are listening to my voice at any other time, then you will accept the suggestions to come out of this restful state and feel all the benefits of this wonderful deep relaxation session. In a moment, I'm going to count the numbers from 1 to 5, and at the count of 5, you will be wide awake, feeling already wonderfully invigorated and ready to allow these suggestions to work for you. I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and at the last number 5, I will ask you to open your eyes and have a good stretch and say out loud the words, wide awake. 1, slowly, calmly, easily. You are returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each nerve, muscle, and ligament has benefited from this wonderful time spent inwards. 3, from head to toe, feeling perfect in every way. Physically perfect, mentally perfect, emotionally calm, and serene. 4, you will find from this moment on, you will have more confidence and energy in your everyday life. When you leave your house, colors may be brighter and sounds clearer, and that is simply because you took this time to reconnect to yourself. And 5, opening your eyes and saying out loud the words, wide awake. Good. Wide awake.